Hello, everybody. I'm Church.
And I'm Joy.
And we're Tusicles Musicals.
And we did this review
the other
day, and we did not turn on the mic. So the video was just a lot of, but just vibes, no sound. And
so now we have to redo it, which is okay
because we have good things to say about Pearly Victorious
and a nod to Frederick Rock through the Cotton Patch.
Yes,
this is a very apt title for
the show.
The show is like, yes, it gives you a setting, it gives you a little plot, it gives you the main character. Like, it's actually a great title. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. No, but actually it's really nice to like talk about it again. I don't mind because we actually had like a really good time.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to win the lottery, and so we went and saw it. We were in kind of a theater slump for a bit, and this is a good show to come back to, so I enjoyed that. I mean, yeah. So yeah, Pearly Victorious is apparently it started out as a drama, and Ossie Davis and Ruby Dee, because of the subject and them as people, it became like a comedy, like drama, and it is really funny. And
so funny.
I didn't know much about this show.
I didn't know anything about
it. Yeah, apparently it was staged in like 1962 or 3, something like that, right?
What?
Yeah, it was early. It's the early
60s.
It was the early 60s, and it hasn't been on Broadway
on
stage in like 60 something years. So I feel
Kenny Lee.
I feel really like happy to have been able to see it.
Yeah, it has like all of like my favorite like things
about a play.
Like a bit like some family drama. I love a good a death kind of. I love a heist. I love romance, and then comedy. Like those are like my favorite. I love the setting. I love that it takes place in the South. I don't know why, but when the show takes place in the South, I just know it's gonna be good. Like they usually are. I don't know why.
Yeah. So so the show is about this man, Pearly Victorious, who's a preacher, and he wants to get this inheritance that belongs to his family, but because they died, he's like next in line. But in order to get it, technically, he needs his cousin who died. So he finds this girl who looks a lot like his cousin, and he's just like,
I can't tell if she actually does look like
her. Yeah.
Or if she doesn't look
part of it is
like her.
Part of it is just like, oh, white people can't tell the difference between black people anyway, so she could just fake off
close enough.
Yeah, close enough. She can fake being the cousin and just get this $500. He could buy this barn so that he could use it as like a church for like his people. He's all about like black empowerment and like getting his people, out the field and educated, and it's really hard to do because they all work for this one guy's plantation picking cotton.
And it's very, now granted, it's like set, and I think this is set in like the 60s. Yeah, like it's like you can tell like the civil rights movement is like
it's happening. Early.
Early in the civil rights movement. But by the costume, it actually looks earlier. But I don't know if that's just to show how like kind of like
behind,
removed and behind like
the South was. Yeah.
Or this place in particular is. Working for this man, that, things are still even way more backwards. Like, but I forgot what point I was making.
Oh, yeah, I lost the plot too.
I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so that like Lily, I thought it was set in maybe like the 40s or so, until they mentioned like Martin Luther King and then something else, and then I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, so the show uses language that reflects the times. So if you go into the show and hearing the word darky is going to offend you, probably not for you if you go into the show and you're triggered by an old white guy walking around with a whip. I wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
I would say everything is done pretty tastefully, like not over the top, just saying it just to be saying it. And I think that also has to do with the fact that Kenny Leon, the director, and like most of the cast is black people besides like 3 white people,
right,
more or less. Maybe no, four, but everyone else is black, and it's not a big cast at all. It's actually, you know, and I love the set. You know, I don't think we talked about this in the other video, but the set was pretty nice too for a play.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. It was giving musical.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, the wood kind of gave me Color Purple vibes, the revival of Color Purple vibes.
Okay. I was gonna say a little bit. It reminded me a little bit of Shuck, to be honest.
It's the wood, yeah, and and a little bit of the piano lesson, the pointed house kind of outside of it. But yeah, it was all good.
I have written here that as we have our show notes, that some standout moments of the show is the scene where they like literally are going to like retrieve this like inheritance, like the hustling scene, like that.
Yeah, they're like, trying to hustle this white guy, and funny.
Yeah. And also there's a scene at the end with a chair. And it's very much an inside joke. Like if you get it, you're gonna get it, and you're gonna laugh.
It's very much it's like a pop culture insider joke. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're probably gonna be very confused by the laughter. I mean, and it comes towards towards the end of the show, and I was like shaking, laughing, hilarious. And I don't know, the show is so funny to me. Like
it was so funny. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, because the subject is quite depressing when you think about it, but like it's just something so funny about it. Like
you're like, it's an inheritance, they're owed it, but they literally can't go get it because they know the law is not gonna
work out in their favor.
Work out in their favor. So then they have to resort to like plucking this woman from Alabama, bringing her to Georgia, rehearsing her to pretend to be someone she's never met. Like and this is it's hilarious. Like and then so
our standout performances of the show is Carrie Young. She plays Ludi Bell, Gussie Mae Jenkins, who is the girl that they get to play like this dead cousin. And she's hilarious. She's like this tall and she is so funny. It's the voice she uses. It's her mannerisms as Ludi Bell. It's the dead seriousness of this being this person, but it's just like clown behavior. I love it. Like she was so good. Like I was literally like laughing. Like, and she was very nice to us at the stage door. So I appreciate that too. We did stage door more on that later. And Leslie, oh my God, he talks so much in this show. I was like, oh my goodness, he really carries like this whole show. Like, and
it's such a good role for him, and I'm so glad he's back on Broadway.
Yeah.
I mean, we did talk about this in the other video, where like after he won his Tony, he was bringing up that the fact that someone like, I don't know, say like Hugh Jackman, if he were to win the Tony, would have scripts like, sent to him, and he hadn't received any. Like he would have offers for like new jobs, and he hadn't gotten any. And so like, I mean, he hasn't been on Broadway since he left Hamilton.
Yeah, he's done TV, he's done movies, but like the theater, which gave him like this huge like presence, like has kind of like not protected, like risen him up, which is weird to say the least. So that comes for a lot of people in Hamilton cast, like in terms of Broadway, like besides Ariana did a few things after Hamilton, but like most of them did not get, like there was no roles like created for them. There was like no shows that were coming that they put them in. It's just kind of weird, actually.
Yeah, a little strange. I mean, not to say they didn't want like their success in like TV and whatnot, but yeah, it's they kind of dropped off the field. That's not true. Oak has done some.
Oak has done that. You're right.
Has done some, but like
And Ephraim was supposed to do MJ, but then he wasn't, and then he was supposed to do Room, and then that didn't happen. It's just weird, like like it's just.
But yeah, we haven't seen him really much back at the theater, and it's so nice to see Leslie back in theater. And I thought it was funny that Nicolette is one of the producers. And like, oh my God, he mentioned once that he and Nicolette were going to be in Waitress together, but it didn't work out, and I just
sadness
screams into the void. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. But so Leslie, and he's so charismatic. He's
very charismatic.
And I mean, I guess the complete opposite of like Ossie Davis as far as like looks go, but like I can imagine he's done the role justice because like I was like kind of like enraptured with like him. It's like Pearlie. I was like, he was like
Pearlie's kind of a hard character to do because it could come off very
what, mentally ill?
Like caricature, you know, like very like a caricature. And it's just, I think, and also kudos to Ossie for writing Pearlie the way he did because he wasn't like an asshole, you know, like shows at that time the guys like to be morally complex. They like are like cheaters or like wife beaters or like gamblers and like all this other stuff, and that's not Pearlie at all. Like he is a complex character, and it's just him making just kind of not poor decisions, but you know, questionable choices. But
I guess we don't see him when he does those things. They kind of like allude to like he's been a bit shifty in the past. Well, not that he's done anything like harmful, but like he kind of does.
He talks off at the mouth,
But I absolutely love that scene, like when he's like going to defend Ludibel's like honor, and like I was just like, oh my gosh, like and then you know when he confronts old Captain, I was like, do it, but also don't do it because I didn't want anything bad to happen to him.
Also, another standout character was Billy Eugene. Is his name Jones? He plays Pearlie's brother. What's the brother's name? Gitlow. How did I forget his name? Gitlow Jenkins Judson. Sorry, Gitlow Jenkins and Judson. And his character is very Uncle Tomish, and it's really, I would think as an actor nowadays that would be a hard character to play. Right. You know, like someone who's always like shucking and driving for like the white folks and like, you know, like you the boss, like, you know, like sort of like, you know, like that type of character. But and he plays it so well, you actually think he's like that, but the character isn't. You know, that is just a role he's playing for his safety, for his, you know, like. And I think the layering of that is so funny. And like Church had mentioned, there's a part with a chair, like at the end that he does, and it's just so hilarious. Like, can't tell you any more really because like it would give away like the plot or like the jokes, and we don't want to do that because we want people to go see this show because it's so funny. And man, it was such a good time. Like,
sorry, I have to see him swinging that chair. Try not to laugh.
It was so funny. Like I wasn't expecting it to be so funny. I didn't know what to expect. You know, it says comedy, but you're just like, what type of comedy? Like we saw Grey House and we were expecting like a really scary show, and it was creepy, but it was also funny.
Right.
You know, we saw The Shark Is Broken. It's like a drama, right. Sort of, and I found parts of it to be quite funny, right. You know. So I didn't know what to expect with Pearlie Victorious, and I'm just like, I love it. Like it should do. Now that Leslie brought it to the forefront and stuff, I
just hope it does well.
Yeah, I can see it doing more like regional stuff now. You know, like. It would be really good for a college to do Pearlie Victorious, I would think.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, so we stage doored, which was nice. Like the whole cast came out, which was nice, and
don't wear masks.
Yeah.
They're worried about the cast getting COVID.
Yeah. So if you do stage door, I would be a little respectful and then maybe put on a mask. But yeah, because they were coming out, which is very nice. And they were signing everyone's playbills, and Leslie took photos. We didn't get a photo with Leslie, but we did get a photo with
Vanessa Bell
Calloway.
I think we talked about her.
Yeah, no, we didn't talk about her. She played the character Idella, and like kind of like a mammy character,
but also like she acted, but that wasn't her sole purpose.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't.
Yeah, so that was nice too. You know, because she could have been.
Yeah,
but she wasn't.
Yeah. So yeah, it is so nice seeing these people on stage. Like, oh, man, it was great. It was great. It was so funny. The guy who plays the plantation owner, when he came out, he was just like, let me put my mask on so that people don't want to kill me. Because, you know, playing a role like that is, you know, could be triggering for some people. And, you know, I had said in the other video, I didn't think the people next to me cared for the show very much. They came in quite animated and very like talky, but during the show they're very like non-responsive and very still, and I was just like, huh, interesting. And they didn't really say much when they got up either, so I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but maybe they weren't expecting it. I don't know. Or maybe they were just like, maybe I shouldn't laugh. I'm sitting next to a black person. I don't know. But
that's a person. The guy sitting next to me, he's having a great time. It's very responsive.
Yeah. The audience was very responsive. The cast was saying that. They were like, you guys were a great audience. I mean, the audience was locked in. It was funny.
Yeah.
And from the moment they came out, everyone was like, woo! You know, like, I didn't know. So it was pretty good.
Cheap as water is. It made no sense. I was so thirsty.
Yeah, I love that line. This is a line that Lady Bell says. And they ask her if she wants something to drink. And she was like, you know, as cheap as water is, it's a shame why I'm so thirsty. And then they sent her out to the well to, like, get her own water. So, like, funny. From right there. Just hilarious. Like, I just love the part where she's, like, signing the check. Hilarious. Or signing the receipt. Like, hilarious. I mean, there's so many funny moments in this show. I just wasn't expecting it. So yeah, go see Pearly Victorious. We got some merch.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Oh, I put the magnet on the fridge.
Oh, we got a magnet.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, why not?
All right, hang on. Wait. And we're back.
So we got a magnet and we got a window card, and the window card signed by the cast. Where's Leslie's? Leslie's is over here. We can see. It's so great. I love it.
And here's the magnet. It looks very much like it's the playbill. Like,
without Leslie's photo.
Yeah, without Leslie's. I love the purple.
Oh man, it's so great. Good time. I love a good time at the theater.
I actually would like to see it again.
Yeah, I would like to go back and see it again. You know us, we like something, we just like to go back, you know, just to see if we missed something. When we had good seats, we were like row B, mezzanine, row B, like second row, you know, pretty, you can't miss anything from where we were at.
Yeah, pretty.
The set was pretty, you can't miss anything anywhere in that set, really. Anywhere you sit, I would say. So, it was great. It was great. We also have a Tuzicles musical review for my seat. So if you ever want to know where exactly we sat in case we forget to talk about it, check it out. Tuzicles musicals review for my seat. You'll see where we sat. Bye. Thanks for watching. Go see Pearly Victorious.